Hello folks, Magnum RPG here. I'm not gonna lie, this is completely off scripted. I just found out about this now from a friend, and in 100 complete honesty, I'm feeling pretty salty about a recent Nintendo interview concerning the future of Zelda. I will even state this right now. I previously disliked both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I wanted to like them, I really tried to like them, but they weren't the Zelda games for me, and I was going to leave it at that. They just don't control well, they don't feel right, I can't get used to them. If I stop playing them, I feel like I have to relearn the controls all over again. It's just not fun in comparison to the other Zeldas. And I was willing to let that go, until I learned that the future of any other style of Zelda game is basically dead at this point. That is why you're hearing the funeral march in the background, because yes, classic Zelda is all but dead, and I am very, very sad and salty. Let's read for further confirmation. The Legend of Zelda series producer Eiji Anomura has again commented on the possibility of the fucking hell. This is why I should have used a robot AI. Anyways, Eiji Aonuma has again commented on the possibility of revisiting the style of past entries in the series, but there are no plans as of now. It gets worse, trust me, it's looking pretty grim. Speaking with RTL News, it's a weird way to spell it, Aonuma said that games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were possible because of what came before them. However, rather than looking back on old entries in the series, Nintendo instead prefers to look to the future. The interview excerpt is translated as follows. The last two Zeldas are very different. Old fans sometimes cry that they would prefer a classic old-fashioned Zelda. Would you like to make that sometime? It's difficult to say anything about the future. That being said, thanks to the previous Zelda games, a game like Tears of the Kingdom now exists. The game originated from the ideas we had in the past. We always try to create something that offers more than previous titles. In that respect, we really aren't concerned with our older games anymore. And there's the punchline. We prefer to look to the future. Ayuma's latest comment echoed what he said in a different interview. Recently he said that Breath of the Wild has created a new kind of format for the series to proceed from, which continued with Tears of the Kingdom. You can read more about that here. I don't need to, folks. It's plain as day. The classical Zelda series are all but dead and buried. And I contributed to that by buying Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like I said, I personally wanted to like those games. I really did. But they aren't the games for me, and I guess starting from this point on, the Zelda series isn't for me either. So it is with a heavy heart that I mourn the loss of a long-time franchise that I liked for years, and sadly have to accept the fact that the series is moving beyond me at this point. Don't get me wrong, here's what I did like about Breath of the Wild technically. I like the open world concept. It's fun to explore a big strong new area and get shit. I even was okay with the durability system. I dealt with that in other games. What I dislike, as I mentioned before, is I cannot get used to the controls. Nor does it ever feel comfortable if I take long breaks playing from the games. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom do not feel like Zelda to me. And so yes. Goodbye, Zelda. Thank you for all the years of fun and great adventures. I will miss you. That being said, man, I'm fucking salty. No, you know what? Screw Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like I said before, I disliked them, but now I freaking hate them. They killed classic Zelda games. I thought the two could coexist side by side, and now that I know they can't, God, I'm pissed. Well, still, I know I'm in the minority of opinions, and I accept that, but fuck, I'm pissed.